Hello everyone, it is Charlotte here. Welcome back to my channel. I thought we would go ahead. It is time to get this going so I can get this in the mail. And we need to work on it. So I thought, let's just put the camera on. And as you can see, I just went ahead and put some trim on a couple of these, 3 of these tags really. I had a few minutes the other day and I thought, let's just do that, get an idea of what I wanted to do. I have these, this envelope here from Medieval Mirage that's got some really cute things inside of it. And I've got this tag here that we made, pretty sure on camera. It does fit in this way, so I'm thinking I'm going to put a tab on it. So I went ahead and punched out some tabs, and now that I have those tabs, I'm not really liking it, but the green is pretty. So yeah, I think I'm going to do the green side. This is too peachy. So let's go ahead, let's put these tabs on, and I've not distressed anything on this. So I'm not going to worry about that. Sometimes on the shabby, sometimes I distress and sometimes I don't. And this is just so pretty white and pink that I've just kind of decided don't want to do that on this one. And I think that was a good call right there, that green. So let's get the other side on. And what I'm going to do is kind of go through this and put poles or ribbons on the tags and maybe do a little bit of lace. And then we need to decorate, and that's going to be the next video, and then we will be done. So there will be one more video after this one, and I can get her in the mail. So hopefully everybody's doing well. Oh, isn't that just so cute? Green and pink. Is there a better combination? Look at how pretty that looks. And I'm pretty sure that I want to put this lace trim right there. I was looking at this the other day. I had it out and had cut a couple pieces and thought, that just looks nice. So I think I'm going to go ahead and do it. I really thought that they had fit better. There's going to be a little bit that hangs off. And I think that's going to be okay. So I am going to put some lace right there on that edge. So I'm going to get the Fabrifix, and we're going to go ahead. And I know I want to do this, so we should just go ahead and get this done. I kind of like the edge that has all the texture, and that's probably the wrong side, but it works for me, so I'm happy with that. Yeah, that needed lace. And then I did cut a second piece, but I don't like the way that that looks. That to me, that's just odd looking. So what I did is I put it towards the back, and I like that. So I think we're going to go ahead and do that. Let me take this out, and because I want it on the back, you know what? I don't have to. If I put lace on this piece here, that's going to show, so I won't need this. Yeah, let's wait. See what I mean? Sometimes you just kind of have to, you've got to think be one step ahead, because I am thinking maybe something that just fits there and doesn't overhang. And you know what? That's pretty, isn't it? That looks pretty. But I'm going to wait because this is going to go up and down, or back and forth, I should say. And then I think I've got a pretty little piece of pink somewhere. Do I? I have this piece here. How would this look? Ooh, that's really pretty. Look at that there. That would be really pretty. Ooh, so would that. All right, we're gonna hold off. Yep, we're gonna hold off just because. So as I'm looking at this, I had pulled out a couple pieces of, I'd gotten a hold of some really pretty trims, and I was really thinking that might look good. And then I was kind of looking at it like this as well. So I think I'm going to use these. It's just a matter of, do I want, see my eye, what happens is I've got pink there and nothing over here. And so this makes me want to, if that makes any kind of sense at all, pull the pink this way. So I think we're going to do this. What do y'all think? I really think that's beautiful. So does this have a back and a front? I can't really tell, but I am going to put that there like that because, yeah. And then we'll see what we do with some flowers when we get to that, some pearls and you know, all of that good kind of stuff. I'll lay that out there so I get an idea of where to put my glue. And we are going to put this like this. Let's wipe off the excess. Make sure I've got it all the way to the edge. So hopefully everybody's doing well today. I hope so. Beautiful day today here. We probably are going to have beautiful sunny days from now on until we get to the heat. And then I know I want this here. That just is so pretty. I kind of hate to hide that, but that is really, really pretty. So we are going to do this. Get this on here. Just like that. I'm going to get the excess glue off. Maybe get a baby wipe. That might help. See, we get off the excess glue. And then make sure that we've got glue where we need it. So pretty. All right. So this is what we are looking at. And let me go ahead and stick the pen in my glue bottle. And we'll get on with it. So I did put trim. I had this cool piece of trim here, so I did, just to be able to have the blue. So this is, other than being decorated, we could maybe put some lace here. Let's see what I've got in my pretty little lace basket. I have some handmade crochet work here. I can get to it. You're not going to see this from the when it's closed. You're not going to, maybe something thinner, because we want to be able to close this up without there being any issues. So let me just see if I've got something in here. Don't want to pull that color at all. I thought I had a flat piece of trim. This might work. Oh, there it is. Yeah, I don't want that. This might work. This doesn't really have hardly any thickness to it, so there's no bulk, and I think that might look good. And it just adds another dimension. So let's add this right here. And we don't have to go all the way down, so that if the owner of this puts stuff inside of here, you've got some girth down here that it will allow this still to close. And so yeah, let's put that on there. Just too pretty. And we still could put something behind if we wanted to. Just kind of have a double layer. But that way this is not just a straight edge. It's got a little something something to it. Like that. And let's see. When I put when I close this, you can kind of see a little bit of lace peeking through there, so that's nice. So other than pearls or anything like that that we might want to do, we've got that. And then we've got this here, and we've got tags in here that we need to put trim on. This one and this one. So I think I might pull out this one here, and let's punch this. So we'll have that, and I think let's do the same to this one. Let's see. Oh, this has a hole, so we do have that. I had already put a hole in there, but I didn't punch it. That is so bizarre. But like I had mentioned, I had done this on a whim, so took a little 5 minutes here and a little 5 minutes there. And we need let's use a green eyelet. And so we need our crocodile. Excuse my reach. Get that on there like that. And let's crimp this. Just like that. All right, so we need ribbons, lace, or some kind of a really pretty trim. So I've got some velvet here. I don't typically use velvet, but this was in a stack of assorted trims. I'm wondering if I do that. That's pretty long. So this is cut to where I am just going to have the littlest piece left, but we'll do something with that for sure. So we're going to have that, and then we are going to have a piece of lace, maybe some knitting. This might be really pretty. Put a piece of knitting in here, And I'm not sure if this netting is old. Sorry guys, I don't think it started out being a wacky video, but it's turning into a wacky video. So I think a piece of netting. And then I really would like a piece of lace. And I've been cutting die cuts this morning, working on die cuts. And so many of you, we'll talk about that tomorrow. We'll talk about that in the think this way, in the index card video. Talk about the die cuts. Okay. Let's see if this will work. Layers. I like layers. And I think I would like it. I want everything to be a little bit off center, not just straight up and down, but a little bit off. Okay, I don't want that there. Put that in the center and put the netting over it. It's too harsh, which is why I'm thinking let's soften it a little bit with the netting. Such pretty paper. I know a lot of you really enjoyed the papers that I used here. All right, now we're going to stitch this. And it'll get floppy, and that's okay. So I have a needle and a thread ready to go, just in case. It is not easy to go through that velvet. Now, if you didn't want to stitch it, you could take it to the machine, but I don't have the machine right here. I would have to get up and move. So you could take this to the machine. You could hand stitch. You probably could put a staple through this, but I don't want to introduce metal to this. No, I don't want to introduce metal. Just too heavy. I could do a safety pin, but my safety pins are black, and I don't want to introduce black to this. So we are just going to take some hand stitches. Turn this upside down as I work across. It's just easier for me because I'm a lefty. Hopefully I'm in frame. I would have to push the squeaky chair back and get up to see to make sure. Well, I'm pretty sure I am. I should be. Can you hear the birds? I don't know if you can hear the birds in the background. There are a lot of birds out there. Okay. I don't know if all of you that are watching me follow Gina from Firefly Studios. She is she's been traveling around Arizona, and she's getting ready to post a video, so that's going to be really fun. So we've got this one here. And go in the front of the bag. Oh, yes, yes, yes. And then we've got this one here. And what do we want to do? Some green? We could just do a nice green bow. This is sea moss green seam binding, and let's see what it looks like with a bow. If we do a bow, see if I can do one without putting this. Usually I have these in my legs, my knees, so I can hold it while I'm trying to do a bow. Maybe this will work. Wouldn't that be nice? Like that. Oh, that's so cute. All right, I put that in the front. We'll put this in the back. And what I've done is I've just used the gusset as a divider. But I want to be able to see that green, and I can. Look at that. Isn't that so pretty? So then when this is closed, I mean, can you really get more romantic than this? So pretty, pretty. And we'll decorate this. We're working this way, and then we will work back that way. So we have a tag that is meant to go like this. Do we want a, I hate to put a hole right through that rose, but we could use a tab. Could use a tab over here. You're not going to see it until you flip it. I think maybe, I don't know if I've got the other half of this, but that would be really pretty. Do I have been having 2 and 3 projects going at the same time. And so I have all different things all over the place. And I had a pair of these pink tabs, and I have the one half here. I think I found the other half. Yes. Yes. So I am thinking I could hang something off of that. If I put it in that way, it's going to hit that. So if we are going to have a tab, we really, instead of like this, I mean, I guess I could try to get away with that, but I think it looks much better here. So we're going to do that. Get my glue. And then I'm going to think about possibly, maybe what I'll do is just, I'll put flat back pearls on it. That would be really pretty. Flat back pearls, and maybe a handmade paper rose from IamRoses.com. Literally, IamRoses.com. Out of, I think, Korea. Beautiful products at really nice prices. So, no, I don't work for them, but I've been buying from them for years. And I've always been very happy. The only thing is, when they deliver, you've got to be there to sign. They don't leave packages. So this would be really pretty. Yeah, maybe a little rose and a couple pearls on there like that. And do I want, well, I don't want lace on this now because I've got that. So I could put lace. I just now remembered this. I could, just to see what this would look like, could put lace on the back of it. On the back of this way, and you would see it on the other side. We could do that. What do you think? No, I'm thinking of it. Let's just do it, because I think it's going to be really pretty. You really can't go wrong with lace. And that's simple lace from Hobby Lobby. Not on, not anything special. You see it used a lot. I think it's a favorite by many because it is so pretty. I mean, who doesn't like hearts? And we are going to put the right side up on the back side of this, because when it's turned the other way and you're coming back to look at it, that is what you're going to see. And so that's how we are going to do that. And I don't feel any glue on me, so I don't think I have to pull the baby wipe out. Let's see what that looks like. Oh gosh, guys, see, it's just getting better and better. Just getting better and better. And hopefully the person that wants this is in love with this as much as I am. I'm going to have to make another one of these and put it in my shop. So, yeah, we're going to do that. Now this needs some lace. I know that. It doesn't need lace on that side. And if I put it on this side, you're not going to see it. But as we flip through this, see how this has lace and this has nothing? We need something, I think, on here. And so let me kind of, I've got lace everywhere. And let me kind of see what I can pull out here. Oh, I love this, but I think that's way too big. But it is one of my go-tos. As is this one. This is definitely a go-to. I think it's way too heavy, but it might work somewhere else there. I'm here, guys. I'm just out of camera focus for a second as I am looking through a bunch of my laces, and where I'm looking, I'm having no luck. So I am going to pull out one of my containers if I can. And let's see if we have any luck with this. Just really quick. That might be something we can use. Just something that might be able to use that. Okay. Put this in my lap. I am still here. This might work. Let me cut a piece of this off, and then I'm going to put this down, and we're going to work with whatever. Oh, there went the scoreboard. No biggie. Sorry about that. That will